The Habibi gang, the Habibi gang. Running up the chat, make the place go bang.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? What's up, Habibi Gang? If you're not yet a Habibi Gang,
Join.
join.
It's free.
subscribe.
It's free. Before stocks.
No, join.
All right. We are back with Sabaton. We have done only one during our
Euro-Metal Week.
Euro-Metal Week. Was that an amazing success?
For us, it was. We got to listen to
For
so
the
many-
most part,
Yes.
actually, for us, of course it was. But I'm
Yes.
saying in terms of viewership, for most of the songs, to be honest, was actually a good success.
It was, yeah.
So I don't know, we might do it again or we might not do it again. However, if this is your first time, Battush,
Nonna, husband and
and
wife.
yes, he's from India. This is from Jordan. Both live in Dubai. PO box will be provided later upon request. You all told us to check out this song, specifically the animated story. And everyone said like it's a very deep, touching story. That's what I remember at least, right? So we last time we checked out the Christmas. What was it called?
Yeah, I know the Christmas in the Battlefield. They paused the...
It's here. I'll put it's linked here. So check it out. Check it out if you haven't already. And by the way, we go on Twitch as well every week. Come say hello. We check out all kinds of music over there. We talk back and forth. We have chats. We have contests. We watch memes sometimes. We make fun of each other. And I'm just wasting time until the logo is gone. Let's go.
Have you left?
It's December the 20th, 1943, and in the freezing air high above Germany, Second Lieutenant Charles Charlie Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, the old pub. At 11:30, approaching the target of the Focke-Wulf plant near Bremen, the pub is robbed.
I like that. Fuck a wolf plant.
But he said, fuck off.
No.
Target of the Focke-Wulf plant. That's the actual name of the place.
Near Bremen.
Yeah. Keep in mind what we have been informed. They always talk about real stories. So I'm going to take y'all's word for it and that this is based on true events, not inspired by, and it has some sort of elements, but actual things.
Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, the old
The
pub.
old Bob.
At 11:30, approaching the target of the Focke-Wulf plant near Bremen, the pub is rocked as 4 explosions go off right in front of the B-17. A cry comes across the intercom. We're hit. In the plexiglass nose, a huge hole had been made. An icy cold wind was being blown inside, making freezing conditions for the crew. Engine 2 had been hit, and co-pilot Spencer Pinky Luke let out an expletive as he noticed a huge hole in the right wing. Releasing their bombs over the factory, the crew turned to the north, planning to head over the coast, then turn west for home. With one engine out and engine 4 now faulty, the pub started to fall back from the formation with another damaged plane. Sam Blackie Blackford in the ball turret watched as it disappeared into a cloud bank. There was an orange flash in the cloud. Bandits, Eki shouted as 5 BF-109s streaked from the cloud bank. Then another cry. Bandits, as 8 FW-190s were spotted in formation ahead of the pub. Sergeant Bertrand Frenchy Coulomb in the turret shot the 190 out of the sky. The navigator, Al Doc Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported that engine 3 had been hit. That left just one engine at full power. The BF-109s attacked the pub from behind, swarming all over. But due to the cold wind running through the pub, most of the guns were frozen. In a turn,
Wow.
the pub was repeatedly hit, taking extreme damage and killing the tail gunner. A shell penetrated and exploded near the waist gunners, injuring the crew and creating a huge hole. The oxygen supply was taken out and the pub spun towards the ground. With the crew unconscious due to lack of oxygen, the B-17 fell for 4 miles. Charlie started to come around and grabbed the controls, pulling back as the plane continued to fall. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Just moments from hitting the earth, the plane pulled up, almost scraping the trees as it did.
That is amazing. That's the story?
From down below, one enemy spotted. So hurry up, rearm and refuel. But through the bombers damage that bring, see wounded men scared to the bone. Look to the right and then look again. And see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out of harm's way.
Whoa.
It's the code of the air.
Wow.
They escorted him.
Yeah. Fly fighting fair is the code of
Dude. Of the air.
code. Why did I say code? It's the code of the air. Wow.
Oh my God. So this is similar to that
The
song,
Christmas thing.
which is like they actually came together for that one
one
night.
day.
And here, there was still fairness.
Damn.
That is amazing because the saying is that it's all fair in love and what? In love and war.
Yeah.
Right? It's all fair.
yes.
So actually, they can take him out simply and tough luck, man. If it's not working, it's not working. That's your luck. That's not on me. But they escorted him to safety.
Damn.
Oh my God.
But through the bombers damage that bring, see wounded men scared to the bone. Look to the right and then look again. And see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out of harm's way. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Round us, heroes, foes. In the sky, flying home. Send goodbye to the cross. See the sun.
Wow.
Here's this life to
Bro, I got chills.
to save our unknown enemy. Let's go to safety out of the kill zone. A short salute and that part and flying. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Around us, heroes, foes. Honor in the sky. Flying home. Send goodbye to the cross. See the sun.
Wow. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Around us, heroes, foes. Honor in the sky. Flying,
B-17 flying home.
send goodbye to the cross. See the sun.
Dude, I didn't want to pause it.
I feel emotional. This is
It is
so-
emotional. I'm covered in chills.
You know,
Dude, humans are amazing.
a lot of us we forget that most of the time, well, all of the time. They're fighting other people's war.
It is, and it's similar to the discussion we had in that
Yeah.
in that song we've done earlier.
And
which
it's
I'm
just-
really sorry, I can't remember the name, but no
It's
need.
humane.
Will-
It's just so.
It's very, very touching. Let's go. Because I can see still there are like 3 minutes. I'm assuming it's part of a story, but it's so captivating.
Citizen.
The story was kept secret until 1986, when Brown started the search for the German pilot who had shown mercy on that December day
Wow.
all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named
Dude, again with the chills when I saw him in real life.
all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named Stigler, who was living in Canada. Stigler explained that he had been the pilot of the German fighter who had escorted Ye Old Pub. This video is of their first meeting.
Oh
Franz,
God.
what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I clapped him and hugged him. It wasn't easy.
Wow.
Big time.
The fact that he risked his life really in many ways, and I wrote him in a letter. I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews, flag up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times. But it was not only the audacity that he came up to us and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence.
Franz gifted Charlie a book, and inside the inscription read, "In 1940, I lost my only brother as a night fighter. On the 20th of December, 4 days before Christmas, I had the chance to save a B-17 from her destruction. A plane so badly damaged, it was a wonder that she was still flying. The pilot, Charlie Brown, is for me as precious as my brother was. Thanks, Charlie. Your brother Franz." In 2008, within a few months of each other, the two firm friends went on their final journey. Franz Stigler never got the Knight's Cross, but as he always said, he got something better.
Fighting fire is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine,
Mark, go
unknown
listen.
in the sky. B-17, flying home. Killing machine, send goodbye to the cross. Citizen.
Hi, my name is Jovita Ten Stiegler. I would like to thank Sabaton and your song No Bullets Fly. Because of this, the story of my father will live on. See you on your next concert tour. Safe journey, gentlemen, and again, thank you.
Oh my God. Dude, what do you say? This is beyond music, bro.
Oh my God.
Christmas Truce.
It's
That was the
beautiful.
name.
It's beautiful. There's hope. There's still hope in this world. Isn't there?
Yo, what is... I was thinking about this midway. I was thinking to myself, like, to actually dig into histories, hidden stories, and put them out in a non-boring way, you know, for somebody who is not a history, somebody who is not history buff or would enjoy a history story, because this can be boring, told as a story specifically for somebody who's, you know, I like history, you know that. So I'm not talking about myself, but I'm saying like some people wouldn't consume it in the, but they put it in an artistic way, in a very touching way without being too cheesy, without being too documentary in your face, kind of like it's an enjoyable song that still tells a tale that actually happened. And it's not just only just happened, but it's much bigger than just the story of that incident, because it's a story of human relationship, exactly like what happened in Christmas Truce.
Yeah.
Because it shows you that in the darkest hour, in the darkest times, sometimes something, the opposite of darkness comes up, unplanned,
Yeah.
uninitiated.
And it just takes one person. It just takes one person to
One
show that
act.
kindness. Yes.
And then you see the brightest side of humanity at the darkest times of humanity. Like wars are literally the darkest thing humans are unfortunately still doing. But to have such a noble act, and out of what? Put yourself in danger. Like he put himself in danger.
Yeah.
That is wow. I can see why people I can see now why people were recommending this one specifically. This is
You know,
yeah, this isn't to be talked about as a music reaction. This
No.
is this goes beyond.
yeah. You know, I want to say that kindness doesn't cost anything, right? But kindness is a difficult thing in those moments.
Yeah, but here it does cost him. That's the
It
actual
does cost him.
here. That's where the double thing is.
I
like,
know, but I'm trying to get at is
No, I'm saying you're right, but here even add one more
Yes.
layer.
Yes.
Like it generally it doesn't cost you, and but it benefits, and here it's costing
it could
him
have
his life.
costed him a death sentence, but yet he just went with it. And
You can't buy shit. You can't buy that.
you know, we're parents, okay, and I'd like to say that we're fun. We go through, like, we don't take anything seriously, right? But if there is this
Honest reaction.
one thing that we teach our kids, or even ourselves, that we ground with, is if you can be anything in this world, just be kind. That's it. Just be kind. Like it's like in the school when we go for parent teacher meetings, right? If the teacher tells us your son did not get great marks, fine, no problem, not a big deal. But if she tells us that he's not kind, that's it. That's a red flag for us. Am I right or am I right?
Yep.
So really, like, it's just, I'm sorry that I've become emotional, but it just, where is this world headed to, honestly?
I mean, that's just actually, that is a sign that still there are people like this, that there are people who would go against the grain, against the norm and just do the right thing. They follow what they believe is the right thing, right? Which is not to harm others, or at least try to help whenever they can. So it's an incredible story
Yeah.
to just put yourself in the shoes of, and to see them actually meet after all these years. And then that story goes into this music, which connects the daughter of one of them
Yeah.
to hear her father's story immortalized.
Yep.
Bro, that is amazing.
I feel that we haven't been fair to the music because we are stuck on the story, but we didn't hear the music. We heard the music, but we didn't hear the music,
I mean, we listen to the story told through the music, right?
Yeah.
The words. But this was not a music reaction. This isn't a typical, let's listen to the music or dissect in whichever way, or enjoy the drumming, the guitars. And this was way, way bigger than that.
Yep.
This is a testimonial tale. The fact that it's real, like if I didn't know, and this was the first time we check out Sabaton, just randomly we picked up this up, of course, without seeing this music video, I would say it's a nice fantasy. It's a
Yeah.
nice fantastical story. Would be nice to have people like this, but that never gonna happen.
No, but that's why I want to say that's why it is up to you guys, and you guided us to do this song and to do this particular video. Didn't this
Oh,
have...
you all insisted.
It had somewhere around 65 likes. This comment, specific comment, had
Basically the
65.
top comment.
Yeah, it was one of the top comments. So if there is anything else that you want us to check out by Sabaton, please let us know. And if you want us to do that one, give that particular comment the like. And we
If you
will
agree
pick-
with that request.
Yes.
All right, y'all. This was an emotional ride. I'm not gonna lie.
Did
This
not-
was.
did not
I
expect
was
that.
covered with goosebumps throughout. Kudos to Sabaton to have such a niche approach to music, irrespective of the genre, man. This isn't about the genre. This is about their own authenticity. Like, this is a very authentic band. Like, much respect, man. This reminds me. In fact, there is an intro to a song which I can't think right now. Which is it? Omerta? Maybe it's Omerta. I can't tell. I can't remember. It's by Lamb of God, when he says in the beginning about how in the battlefield he says to his blah blah, if you die by the sword, then you have my I'll forgive you. And if oh my God, bless you, but oh my God, bless my ear as well. Okay,
I didn't
this
mean
is
to
our
cut
sign.
you off.
This is my sign to shut up. Thank you very much for watching, you all. She always sneezes only on camera for whatever reason. Honestly, we don't get paid for it. So if you've watched till here, if you stayed till here, thank you for first and foremost, and
Hashtag THG.
the Habibi Gang. Till next time.
The Habibi gang, running up the chat, make the place go bang. No ghosting round, we turning up loud. One big fam, yeah, we make you proud. The Habibi gang, we vibe so sweet like a